Yeah. What up, and welcome everyone to Designated Reports Boxing Podcast. This is episode 13. Just want to say Happy New Year to everyone real quick before we get started. Gene, what's good, man?
Good with you, bro. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, brother. Ain't nothing. Gonna keep it light. You know what I'm saying? Just excited today to talk about some boxing, talk about some stuff that happened this past year. I want to jump right into it, starting off with the fight coming up, which is your boy, Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell. I'm actually a little bit excited about this fight for a couple of different reasons, but I want to get your thought and your takes on the fight. Who do you have winning, and tell me why?
Well, I mean, I like the fact that the fight is on January 2nd, so we starting off the new year on the right note, right?
Right into it.
The nitty-gritty.
Yeah, I feel that.
After doing a little bit of research, I think I'm gonna lead with or pick Luke Campbell.
This guy, okay. This guy, he started off the year with his bullshit. Okay,
tell me that I'm the Ryan Garcia hater, but I gotta see it to believe it. You know,
I feel you.
Like, he got all the physical tools. He got all that good shit that we always talk about. He's Mr. Instagram. He's extremely popular, but this is his first big test. And Luke Campbell ain't no pushover, right? So Ryan Garcia is the obvious favorite, but I'm going on the other side. I'm gonna have Luke. Who do you have?
Okay. I'm going Ryan Garcia. Here's why. I think that he has to win this fight, and I don't see him losing it by a knockout or decision. Right? So it's almost set up for him. Luke Campbell's going to have to box a masterpiece to win. Can he do it? I think he does have the tools. I just don't know if he's going to do it. And I want to say this too. I think Ryan Garcia, you're actually going to hate this. I think Ryan Garcia actually has the most potential out of all the fighters.
That's facts.
Here's why. It's not necessarily his skills, but just from the prize fighting standpoint, this guy is taking the footsteps or the path of Oscar De La Hoya, in the simple fact that women used to come out and watch Oscar De La Hoya. Ryan Garcia is really early in his career, and that's already happening. So I think if he goes on a winning streak, even if it's not impressive, he's going to be the biggest thing in boxing just because of his looks, his social media appeal. So, I think this is his coming out party, if I have to kind of wrap it up. So I'm going to pick him winning a close fight. I think he's going to have his moments where he's going to go into deep water, and he's going to have to show what he's really about. So I'm actually excited to see that coming from Ryan Garcia this weekend.
So you're telling me he's going to win this fight because he got a bunch of women coming out?
Pretty much. Pretty much. That's why I haven't win.
Yo, all that Instagram shit is fine and dandy until you get into the ring. But my thing is, it's not out the realm that Luke Campbell can't fight a perfect fight against the likes of Ryan Garcia. Like, let's keep it a stack here,
For sure.
We really don't know what Ryan has. And that's the reason why I'm not going with him. We don't know what he has. This is his first big test. Will the lights be too bright for him? We don't know yet. But if he comes out and answers the question, then you throw him right in the mix of all the young fighters, because they went out this year from Haney, from Shakur, and they all proved it. So he's the only last one to go. Let's see.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is, like I said, this has to be his coming out party, because even if he wins, unimpressively, that still doesn't kind of catapult him into any top fighters in his division. So I think he has to win impressively, and that's why we watch to see. So, that's our take on that fight. Now, so we want to do like a end year review with like 5 different topics. So, Gene, go ahead and throw that first topic out for us.
All right, the first one is a spicy one, man. Who do you have for knockout of the year?
Ooh. All right, am I going first? You going first?
You go first.
Okay.
There's only one correct answer, in my opinion. But
listen, there is only one correct answer, but I'm gonna take a left and do something different. I think the knockout of the year is actually Tyson Fury knocking out Deontay Wilder in the beginning of the year.
Okay.
The reason being because it was a fight where he kind of fought differently, and he said what he was going to do and then actually did it, and it happened to be for the championship of the world. So I think that's the most impressive in terms of performance. I do think there might be a better individual knockout in the sense from a punch standpoint, and I think you're going to hit on that.
Knockout, because it was a technical knockout.
Knockout, motherfucker.
Knockout.
That's the one I'm picking, man. That's the one I'm rolling with.
The obvious choice, right? And you described it perfectly like 4 or 5 episodes ago, is when Gervonta Davis threw that hook from the canvas and knocked Leo Santa Cruz the hell out. Yo, that knockout was so crazy. He was on the floor for 3 minutes. I thought he died. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I thought that's the worst knockout I've seen since Pac-Man got knocked out by Marquez.
Word, that's like that is a really good example. Yeah, he definitely caught a body on that one. Yeah, I agree with you, man. In terms of like that one punch thing, that one punch hitter quitter, that's definitely the pick of the year. But I think ultimately what Tyson Fury did in that performance, it set him up for a huge future. So that's what I'm going with. All right, let's roll on to the next one. What's the next topic we got?
All right, so topic number 2 is the most disappointing fighter of the year. And I'll start off with this one.
Yeah, you go first. So
I got to give it to my boy, Deontay Wilder, right?
Oh, okay. I thought you were going first. Right. Yeah, you're right.
Because first of all, he fought in February. It was Black History Month.
Oh, shit.
He came out looking like the Black Shredder from Ninja Turtles.
Word.
The man had me hyped. He came out here with pictures of black people in the back and MLK, and I'm like, yo, he about to do damage. That man got his ass whooped, right? So not only did he lose in convincing fashion, but all the shit that happened after
man,
tainted, something with the glove. Oh, they don't want to fight. Like you took an L and you just made it even the worst L damn in the history of boxing, man. So in terms of disappointing, that has to be the most disappointing fighter of 2020.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I'm gonna go a different direction.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Nate Robinson's bitch ass motherfucker. although he's not, listen, he's a fighter because he stepped in the ring and he had to get his license and all that. You played yourself because you called Jake Paul and you wanted to get that work. You didn't take it seriously and you got knocked the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like taking it back to Friday. So, man, I think he gets kind of fighter or donkey of the year, so to speak, going to Hot 97 there. Man, that's my pick. I do like your pick a little bit better in the sense it's real boxing and a real fight. Yeah. But god damn, that boy was embarrassed.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's not a boxer, but this is the way that you went out there and you got your ass handed to you, bro. That shit.
Now you're talking about a body. Now I thought he died. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And then Snoop Dogg singing the hymns. Oh man, come on.
Classic night, man. I always remember that night.
Yeah, we're gonna be coming back to this. All right, so now what's the third topic here?
All right, topic number 3. The fighter that you're most excited to see in 2021. I'll let you start off.
Teofimo Lopez, without a doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Teofimo, without a doubt. What he did this past year, I think that his story and his journey is going to be one hell of a story to watch. He's 23 years old?
Young buck.
Biggest victory of his career really, really early on, and he's been wanting it for years. So I'm really excited to see what he does after this, his follow-up, in 2021.
I mean, that's a hell of a choice. I'm going to go a little bit opposite, right? And the reason why, at first I didn't have this guy as the person I want to see in 2021, but he's been real active on social media the past, week and a half, and that's Adrian Broner, right? And the reason why I'm excited to see him coming up this year is
Adrian Broner.
You know why? I feel like he's at a crossroads in his life, and I think he has that sense of if something doesn't change, this is like my last opportunity, right? He came out and said that he was battling depression, alcoholism. He kind of quit that. He's been hitting the gym hard. He looks in shape. Other fighters were making videos, kind of reaching out to him, saying how they're proud of him. And let's be honest, before that Maidana fight, Adrian Broner was an undefeated boxer. He pretty much had
the same kind of hype that Tank had currently right now.
Yeah, and he was knocking dudes out.
I feel that.
I think he won what was it, 2 or 3 different divisions. He was doing this thing, and he obviously fell off the face of the map. But just seeing him within the past 2 weeks, I want him to come back and even if he doesn't win a championship or anything of that nature, just come out here and get some wins and get back on the right track. And he's entertaining, man. He's a funny dude.
For sure.
He's a character, and boxing always needs those type of dudes. So I'm excited to see how he looks because, quite frankly, this is his last chance.
Yeah, I mean, look, certainly a good underdog story or comeback story is always a good one. He does have the talent, elite talent. So, we got to see what he's going to do with it. That's actually a surprise pick. And after you broke it down, man, I really like it. All right, so let's move on to that fourth topic. What you got for us?
All right, topic number 4, boxer or fighter of the year.
Oh, man. All right. I'm going to let you start off this because I hit the last one, but this is a tough one for me.
All right. I mean, for me, it's only 2 people, but I kind of switched last second, and I'm going to just go with Errol Spence because he came out and he did what he had to do. I picked Danny Garcia to win that fight, and he completely got destroyed. All the questions that I had were answered. A big part of that was just him suffering that horrific car crash where he almost lost his life. And, we just wanted to see if he could return to form. Not only did he return to form, but he overperformed. And a lot of people, they have him in the top, 3 or 4 pound for pound. But just everything that's said and done with all the circumstances, to me, he's fighter of the year or boxer of the year.
Yeah, I can't argue that. I'm going to have to go back with my boy Teofimo Lopez, man.
Yeah.
That win can really – that win might be the start of the best fighter we see in the next 10 years. He has that kind of talent.
Thanks.
So I think, like I said, going back to being 23, beating a guy who's had over 400 plus fights, only has 3 losses. You were certainly the underdog. So I got to give it to Teofimo, man.
And we also have to kind of give, when it's all said and done, my first choice was actually going to be Canelo, but we got to really give Canelo his props, man, because this motherfucker, he beating dudes at 154, 160, 168. He's being a guy who's 6'7". Like, what more does he have to do, Like, come on.
Yeah, I think that, him not being busy and fighting at the very end of the year obviously has something to do with, our picks and all that. And then also, too, it's also like, who else can he beat that makes his year that more significant or, you know what I mean? So, he's always going to be a good pick, but I do like you're picking Errol Spence, and I have to go with Teofimo Lopez. All right, man. So hit us with the what's that, number 5?
Number 5, last one. All right. Okay. So what was your fight of the year? You can start this off.
Okay. The Spence versus Porter fight was in the beginning of the year. Is that right?
Nah, that was last year. I don't think Spence fought earlier this year.
Yeah, I think you're right. So I wanted to go with that one, but the time frame was off. Man, yeah, that's a good one because there were some good fights, and there's obviously a lot of space in between. I think I got to go to the Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, because, again, he switched camps. He changed his game plan, and people are like, you're going to do what? You got dropped pretty much twice. Mm-hmm. You had to get up just to get the draw, and you're going to walk this dude down? Yeah, okay. So he actually did it, man, and that shit is impressive as fuck.
And I'm a piggyback.
What about you? Who you got?
I'm piggybacking right off you. That's my fight of the year, Tyson Fury coming out and beating Deontay Wilder's ass. You had everything set up. It was the rematch. The guy got off the canvas. He ate Deontay Wilder's punch. We were saying, okay, you know what? Deontay Wilder figured him out. This time when he catch him, he's knocking him out. And it was a complete 180, man. It was the most dominating performance this year. It had everybody rolling. The memes were out. Right, and that set the trajectory of the whole heavyweight division, like that was going in a specific course that drove the whole thing up. Because now you introduce AJ back into the fold. Now we'll see what dudes like Dylan White and Andy Ruiz. So that match was so significant that it changed everything around, and now it's setting up one of the biggest fights, hopefully in 2021. 2 guys from the same country, probably going to break all the pay-per-view records. So for me, that's fight of the year.
Yeah, I think that one was pretty obvious, man. So, I think going back and kind of reviewing all these things, given COVID, this was actually a really exciting year for boxing. And like you said, it set up some things for the future. And you know, one of the directions I was going to go with maybe fighter of the year was the Mike Tyson Roy Jones, just because I think it meant a lot for boxing. But I wanted to stay actually in boxing, so the Tyson Fury Wilder fight is my pick too. But yeah, man, I'm really excited for a lot of things coming up. 2021, starting off with that Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell fight. You know, we've only had this podcast now for 6 months. We've done a lot of great things. We're going to keep doing a lot more. Shout out to everybody that's joined us on Boxing Night Out. I really enjoyed that, all those interviews. If you guys haven't checked that out, please do. A lot of knowledge, a lot of inside game there. So, yeah, man, I really enjoyed this, and I'm really looking forward to what we got next, man.
Yes, sir. It should be a great year. All these boxers and promoters, get out your feelings and let's make these fights happen, because there's at least 4 or 5 mega super fights that we can have. You know, so everybody get your paper, stack your paper, but just make these fights happen. We want to see it.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, guys. So this has been a great year. Last 6 months has really been, special in my life, and everybody that's tuned in. We really appreciate you guys. Gene, let them know where they can find us, brother.
Yes, you can catch us on YouTube. When you watch the video, like, subscribe, share it. And we're also on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Anchor, SoundCloud, Apple. All right.
Yeah.
Cheers.